Now, U.S. officials have revealed that Marines are headed back to war-torn Afghanistan. The Marine Corps news outlined that preparations are being made by the 2nd Air Naval Gunfire Liaison Company in North Carolina. According to the report, U.S. Marines will be responsible for security operations in Afghanistan. Now, they've been trained to react to different situations such as counter-explosive device patrols, as well as investigating the origin of enemy fire. Military officials have refused to provide information about the time of deployment. Afghanistan was invaded by U.S.-led NATO forces back in 2001, but insecurity and insurgency continue to plague the country after 13 years. We have out of Kabul, Press TV correspondent Fayez Khurshid standing by. Now, Fayez, how effective have foreign troops, including Americans, been in serving some kind of functional utility in bringing peace and stability to Afghanistan in the past?
Well, given the current security situation of this country, it's hard to say that their mission has succeeded. Many here in Afghanistan believe that the U.S. military mission remained unaccomplished. When they entered into this country about 13 years ago, they were telling to the Afghan people that they are here to defeat the Taliban and bring a change in their lives. But that did not happen, and we see that Taliban still remain a resilient force in this country. Despite the presence of thousands of Afghan and foreign troops, and Taliban attacks are not only confined to southern parts of this country. Their bombings have reached to Kabul, and also northern parts of this country are a very dangerous place. And the number of civilian casualties is rapidly rising. The Taliban indiscriminate attacks on civilians continue, and 2014 already became the deadliest year for the Afghan people. The United Nations recorded about over 3,000 deaths. Most of those casualties were women and children. So I think it would be very hard for the Obama administration to convince the Afghan people that further deployments would bring security and peace in this country.
Now, actually, that was my second point. My next point is, Fayez, how popular are U.S. troops with the Afghan people, and how much faith do Afghans actually have at this point that further troop deployment in their country will lead to some kind of positive outcome?
Well, they don't think so. The Afghan people want their own forces to take the lead of military operations. They understand that foreign military operations have not helped very much. But with respect to this latest deployment to this country, it's hard to expect a strong reaction to it from the new government of this country, because President Ghani favors foreign military operations, foreign drone operations, and he plans to reconsider the U.S. military withdrawal from Afghanistan. And we understand that there is now a bilateral security agreement between Kabul and Washington, which allows over 12,000 foreign troops to stay here until 2016, and President Ghani does not want foreign troops to leave this country even in 2016, and these forces would be involved what they call counterinsurgency operations and training the Afghan security forces on the front lines.
Well, thanks, Fayez. I guess we'll see how it'll all play out in the next couple of years. That's our own Press TV's Fayez Khurshid reporting out of Kabul.